Stacey Hebert recently talked about the US labor participation rates. She also discussed about the effects that excessive money printing will have on the economy. Stacey said that the participation rate, that is the people who are working, participating in the economy, is heading down and heading down in a shocking way. These are the unnecessary expendable sort of population of the economy. That's why you see all the opioid overdoses. There's no hope for many people in the economy, working age adult population China, when they could put huge tariffs on our goods. But we can't do the same according to WTO rules and the Cantillon effect. Korea is like a reverse that their resource curse. So you don't need like to go through the cost and effort of manufacturing when you could just print money and give it to the elite first. Then it might trickle down to the people in the middle of the country and multi-level to focus on that moral ambiguity of the central planners and the money printers. So to keep somebody who is the CEO of a Wall Street bank employed during a downturn in the economy where they would have been fired or their bank would have gone completely out of business, that would be a normal business cycle. But the money printing has kept these insolvent institutions going and kept their CEOs being paid tens of millions or $100 million or even more. There's almost a projection of guilt about the situation, the hopeless situation, and the huge deaths of despair that you have seen as mortality rates increase. Mostly due to the situation here of people unemployed, you have had that with every empire many times throughout the history, where there's mass unemployment among men and it does lead to domestic strife and instability. You see it playing out on a different scale in a modern way. So the central planners and the central banks elected to avoid and to ignore the business cycle. The tenets of competition and the tenets of capitalism, those two things have been snuffed out through money printing. Had they been in play, we would have had bank failures and corporate failures and the emergence of competition in new companies, new banks, new competitive industries, which would have employed a lot of men. But because of the euthanizing effects of money printing, these men are now being cast aside, and this is not a problem that you can solve by printing more money, as per Stacey. So when you essentially make a swap, you are swapping out a productive economy that's competitive, a docile economy that's becoming more and more mad in self-doubt and violence. Now in second half of this video, we'll take some key points of discussion between Max Kaiser and Alasdair Macleod. Alasdair Macleod, who is a renowned stockbroker and the member of the London Stock Exchange, talked about the impact of money printing on the geopolitics. Macleod believes that we are not getting any richer while they print money. It's as simple as that. America is now losing its hegemonic status around the world. The other thing, of course, is that the European Union is on the other end of the Silk Road, the overland Silk Road, and already they are very much tied in with trade along that road and particularly into China at the other end of the railway. So the idea that America still through NATO controls the Europe is very questionable as far as the Europe is concerned. They are more interested in doing business with their neighbors to the east than they are with continuing with America. If you look at the European Union, that actually is a system that is falling apart. The only thing that's keeping it together is the ECB and the way it prints money to finance governments and the way it manages the euro. That is the only thing keeping the European Union together. Now at some stage that is going to collapse. What then happens is that Germany is freed of its obligations to all the pegs. But then Germany will have to reevaluate what her role is in Europe. We have got the makings of a new Hanseatic League. If you like with trade with Germany, they are in sort of a pivot in the middle. You have got Russia on the eastern flank and you have got Britain on the western flank. The next financial crisis will probably be the Europe's last. It could be a matter of within a year. We are at the stage now where we are tiptoeing into the hot war phase. The problem is that mistakes are made. The Ukrainian situation could be one of those mistakes. America will find herself being drawn into the Ukraine and at the same time having to defend her position in the Pacific. So, this is going to be very difficult to do. Our problem is that the people in the defense industry just rub their hands. All nations basically use propaganda to produce a situation. We have seen that very definitely in the Trump's year against China, against China's technology, and the arrest of the finance director of Hawaii. China did the right thing. They didn't really respond to what America did. Just let America get on with it in a sense and try not to respond. But they did make two mistakes. The first was that when the situation escalated over Hong Kong, they decided to tear up the treaty with Britain. The other thing is that Taiwan should be and is part of Big China. That's going to be a big problem. We have already got an increased presence in the South China Seas. The Americans are there. The British are sending. We are sending an aircraft carrier there or one aircraft carrier. So it's becoming quite an unpredictable situation, and we will see in the next few months how it will pan out. So guys, here is the end of this video. If you found this video really informative, then please give us your suggestions in the comment section below. Also press that like button, subscribe to our channel. I'll see you in my next video. Till then, have a great day.